So Australia has told Chris Brown that he has 28 days to prove that he's a good person and explain why he should be allowed down under. Now, the US R&B singer is due to perform in December for his Australian tour, and tickets are scheduled to go on sale on Monday. But last week, he was warned his application is likely to be denied because he assaulted pop star Rihanna. Now, the 26-year-old has now been issued with an official notice of intention to consider refusal, giving him a month to convince immigration authorities he should be allowed to enter. Now, if you don't recall, Brown was convicted of assaulting and threatening to kill Rihanna in 2009. He was sentenced to 5 years probation, a year-long domestic violence program, and 180 days of community service. Now, because of this, Australian Women's Minister Michaela Cash released a statement saying that people need to understand if you are going to commit domestic violence and then you want to travel around the world, there are going to be countries that say to you, you cannot come in because you are not of the character we expect in Australia. Now, this isn't the first time that this happened to Brown. He postponed a British tour in 2010 after he was denied a visa, and in February, he was declined entry into Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked that many countries have that policy.
Oh, that's a good policy, though.
I like the policy, too.
Chris Brown kind of a bigger jerk than you think.
Maybe.
If it was that one thing, that would be okay. But he's going on to do, I mean, it's okay. Like, you can forgive one thing. Okay, he was a kid. He made a mistake. He apologizes.
What else has he done?
But I've reported on the
26 years old is not a kid. You should know by then that you're not supposed to hit a woman.
Yeah, no.
Well, he did that.
He did when he was like 20,
ago.
right?
Oh.
How old was
I don't know,
how old was
21
when-
or something? I
Yeah.
don't know.
So, which is still a grown-up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
But he went on. There was a female comedian, who got in a Twitter war with him that made CNN news, and he was tweeting things at this girl because this girl, she's funny, and so she would always have these snarky comments about him beating women and stuff.
Yeah.
And so whenever something would come up in the news about him, she would say, and it was actually funny. And I forget her name, and he came after her, and he was like, "I'm gonna take a shit in your retina." Like that was one of them.
Oh my God, you would definitely get pink eye.
Totally. That
Definitely.
is not sanitary.
No.
And I mean, I was just totally trained a little
Also
different.
weirdly specific.
Yeah. So that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a young.
So he's learned a lot.
But if that's the kind of things that you'll say to somebody you don't even know on the internet,
especially after you have a domestic violence thing,
Yeah.
and that's what she's tweeting at you about.
And
then
you say
come
that
back,
you want to assault her.
You want to assault her.
Yeah.
And he went on, and so I did a thing about it. So it turns out, I mean, he didn't learn his lesson.
Yeah.
no.
Hasn't learned his lesson.
It seems weird to me, the specific terminology they used of, they're not of the sort of character we want to let in. I've never heard a country say that they're judging who can get in based on personal character. But that said, it's amazing to me that he didn't suffer anymore for what he did.
No,
It's
completely.
such a huge, like, I can't even really blame the criminal justice system because they gave him whatever limited penalties they gave him under law. But that people, like when we discover virally a homeless man with the golden voice and we give him a job and $1 million or whatever, as we do in crowdfunding, we do that because we want to be financially responsible for making a person's life better. We want them to live better, regardless of what ended up happening with that story, which is actually pretty tragic. When you buy his album or his concert tickets, you are saying you want him to live a luxurious, rich life, an easy life of celebrity and all that. And the fact that anyone would want to be involved in that. Like, it's not, okay, fine, pirate his music if you want to. I'm usually in favor of pirating anyway.
Do you still go to Sean Penn movies?
Sean Penn, I don't know if I've ever seen a Sean Penn movie, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I have no real interest in Sean Penn. We talked about that on Friday.
But Sean Penn, I mean,
I get
he did some
the stories
serious,
they've said,
and that's and then so people come back and say, well, it's racist that you guys nobody holds Sean Penn up to this or Bill Murray.
I don't think I've ever bought a movie off of
I don't
Sean
watch
Penn
Mel
in it.
Gibson's movies. I don't support that.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, another guy, knocked his teeth out of the.
Good movies.
So it does seem, and
well, Mel Gibson's career was ruined.
By that? Or was
Not necessarily one event, but people are done with him.
Look, if you're a
he's not
really
making movies
shitty
anymore, right?
person and you act out shitty and you are, a crime, you do crimes against humanity, you shouldn't have a great career.
Yeah. Well, and it
sorry.
shows that it shows what things people think are actually unforgivable. And apparently they do not think that beating her half to death is unforgivable.
In Australia, though, because in America, you can hit a woman and then you can go play football. You can go then compete in a boxing match or whatever. You know what I mean? There's so many other things that you can then go do. But it's good to see that some countries like Australia and Canada have some standards of what you're allowed to do as a good human in society.
Yeah. So although apparently there were enough people wanting to go to his concert or whatever that he was going to go there.
But the thing is,
the individual
but
Australians.
the problem is like a lot of people don't even take into the those consideration. Like I go to a dance class and she plays Chris Brown sometimes, and that music is catchy. Am I gonna buy the music myself and support him? No, but sometimes he has good music. He's a bad person, but sometimes he has good music.
I still go to Woody Allen movies, and he's not the best person probably.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's hard to separate. But you say that someone's career shouldn't get a boost after they've committed a crime against humanity. Yet John Stamos is in his 3rd series. He's playing a grandfather, and he did Full House for all those years.
While you were leading up to that, I was like, what did John Stamos
I was
do? Don't break my heart.
I was like, how do I not know about any of these celebrities?
It's like, no.
John Stamos. We're going to get sued now. Oh, everybody thinks he committed some kind of homicide or something.
Jim Belushi's in development again after all those years, according to Jim. No one gives a shit. Talk about crimes against humanity.
Tim Allen still has a series. What the fuck, America? Come on.